Hey, hello everybody. It's me again. It's Jason, and this is Doing Man Stuff. Now, I'm a little sweaty, as you can see, because I'm outside working, doing some man stuff. Now, today, we are planting a tree. And when you're planting a tree, there's a few things you got to think about. First, what kind of tree you're going to get. In this instance, we're planting a bur oak tree. And you can see this guy behind me. He is about 15 or so feet tall. It's a really good sized tree. It's going to be a really good strong start. We had to dig a hole in the front yard in order to plant this tree. That just takes flexing some manly muscles. One of my big boys did some of the work for me, but I'm going to show you what it looks like and tell you a couple of things about digging holes of this kind. It is about 40 inches wide, because that's twice the diameter of the base of that tree that's in the box. It's got to be twice the diameter and about exactly the same depth, which is also 20 inches. I got it a little deeper because we got to put a lot of soil in here. This Texas soil, it's super junky. It's full of caliche and rocks and nothing nutritious. So we got to get some of that compost, some of this good soil. You can do that. You can get that kind of stuff from anywhere. But we're going to fill the hole with that, pack it in around this tree, this gorgeous bur oak tree. And we're going to have us a nice shade tree in our front yard that is basically barren of all things shady. So I'll be back after we mix some of this soil and get the tree set in that hole, and I'll show you a little bit about how we get that thing level. We got some help from my minions. It's a nice tree, so we got it in the hole. We got all that soil mixed in there. Now you can see right here at the base, right at the bottom of the tree, it flares out just a little bit, and that's called the root flare. So when you plant a tree, anytime you plant a tree, you want to leave the root flare exposed so it absorbs more oxygen. It's just much healthier for the tree. So when people plant trees like this really often, they will cover up that root flare, and it retards the growth, slows it down, just makes for a much less healthy tree. So as we put this in here, we're going to leave the top of that root flare exposed so that it stays healthy. And we're just putting compost and landscaping mix in around this and mixing it all together. We're going to tamp it down really, really tight, make sure it's in there good and solid. Then we'll put some stakes up to brace it, which I'll show you in just a little while. And there you go. That's what it looks like. Here is this tree planted. Now I wanted to show you a little more clearly. Now we got right there. You can see that's where the top of that root is. I think the water kind of washed some of it up against it, but we really want to make sure that that top of that root flare is exposed when you plant a tree, so that it gets the optimum amount of oxygen and nutrients. This tree is going to have a really good start. On the next clip, I'm going to show you how to brace it. You've probably seen trees braced with three stakes before, but we are going to show you how to do it anyway. We'll be right back. Everybody. Here is your finished product. This is the tree. We've staked it. We had some deliberation, mild debate about whether we should stake this tree. But the day after we planted it, we had a pretty bad windstorm, and it bent that tree over. So we absolutely had to stake this tree and guide its growth so that it grows straight. That's just what you got to do when you got a tall, slender tree like this. It's a good, healthy tree, so you got a really good start, but you also have to tend it and guide it through its growth process. So there's your finished product. This is what it looks like. And it looks like that because my bride wanted a tree. So we put one in the front yard. We've been married for 19 years. She wanted this as part of her anniversary gift this year. So of course, the manly thing to do is to go put a tree in the ground. So also to take the opportunity, oh yeah, Stars and Stripes, don't forget, would take the opportunity to teach my boys a little bit about planting trees, a little bit about doing man stuff. I've never planted a tree in this fashion before, never planted a bur oak tree, and I want my boys just as much as anything to learn to figure things out. So they saw me go through the process of figuring it out. They had their input, my wife had her input, I had my input, and we worked together and decided where we wanted it, how we wanted it planted, and what we wanted it to look like. Some disagreements that we worked through, some agreements, and we have a really nice finished product, and we're super pleased. And this is the reason that I post videos like this, guys. I want you to remember you got boys that need to learn how to do stuff. You got little girls that need to learn how to do stuff too. The manly thing to do is to roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, and learn how to do new things. The manly thing to do is to guide your children, guide your spouse, guide your family in good, wholesome things. And also to learn the art of compromise, which my wife and I had to do in this project. And that's the manly thing to do, not to lord over your family and be a tyrant, but to listen and be understanding and have a gentle spirit, a gentle, long-suffering spirit, and to listen. So that's what we did in this project, and I wanted to share it with you because there's just a lot of things about this that are really beautiful. I hope that you guys will look at these short videos, these little clips that I'm putting together for this. We're just doing something simple like planting a tree, and perhaps be inspired to do some things like this at your house. We're gonna do some other videos like this. Particularly, my son needs to change the brake pads in his car. He needs to change the oil. This is a basic man stuff that everybody should learn how to do. So we're going to do some of those things too. But I hope that this and other similar videos will inspire you to do the exact same thing, to roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, do some man stuff, interact with your family, guide your family, and be the kind of godly father, godly husband, godly man that you should be. Keep doing man stuff.